Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Bug Nice coming at you with another news and info video. This is going to be On the Menu 13. Let's do it.
Ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them.
So, first order of business on January 1st, top of the year, we did a top 10 figures of 2014 poll that we put up on the ACBA fan page. And it was really a test of sorts because we have never done a poll housed on another site in this way, and we were trying to see how it was going to work out. We went through a lot of different options, exhausted a lot of different options, and this seemed to be the best one, and I think it worked out pretty well. So as the test run went, I think it went well. I think we did probably leave out a few figures that probably could have made our list for people to choose from. But let's get into the results. Here's a look at a map of the voting, and obviously the places that have red, sort of like a red heat signature, those are the places where there was the most voting. So you can see in the United States on the West Coast and on the East Coast of the United States, there was a lot of voting. And in America in general, there was a lot of voting. In Mexico, South America, looks like some voting in Egypt, Australia, Indonesia, Philippines, United Kingdom, Germany. So this is pretty cool, man. This was a nice little touch that they had to go along with the poll. It was some other features and stuff that I don't know if we explored, but I just wanted to show this real quick. But let's get into the top 10 according to you. Here you have it. Marvel Legends Infinite Series Carnage at the top of the list with 271 votes. Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader, number 2 with 250 votes. The SH Figuarts Broly, number 3 with 247 votes. Just 3 votes shy of tying and 4 votes shy of being the second overall pick over the Darth Vader figure. Number 4 was the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Guardians of the Galaxy Nova. Number 5 was the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Agent Venom. Marvel Legends Infinite Series Amazing Spider Man was 6. The Revoltech Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Revoltech Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were number 7. SH Figuarts Goku, number 8. DC Collectibles Greg Capullo Batman was number 9. And number 10 was the Marvel Legends Infinite Series Guardians of the Galaxy Groot Build-A-Figure. So quite a couple of these were in my actual personal top 10. I picked Vader. I was close to picking Broly, but I did not. I picked Vader. I picked the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I picked the Amazing Spider Man from the Infinite Series. But for the most part, a lot of people did their own personal top 10. And some figures in particular that were in just about everybody's top 10 were the Revoltech Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What else was Broly was in a lot of people's top 10. Vader. So it was a lot of nice figures that came out in 2014. And again, this was an interesting little exercise. I'm glad we did this. And we will be announcing the winner who is going to actually win a Marvel Legends Infinite Series Carnage from our little Instagram post. So stay tuned for that. I showed this image many months back in 2014 and basically did a little teaser to say that we were going to be having ACBA Stay Great t-shirt come out. Rocco, who's in the front with the Stay Great tank top on and the backpack and the hat, is the person who actually designed this. He and I worked together on this as far as getting the people on there and the layout, and he pretty much did all of the artwork. And so this shirt is actually up for pre-order now. We actually just put the ACBA merch site back on. I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned that we're only going to be open for quarterly orders, and we have a few things up for pre-order right now. So let's talk about that. So the image that you just saw is the front of the shirt, featuring quite a few people from the Marvel Legends ACBA community, and this was the back of the shirt. The entire shirt was themed in Rocco's unique art style, so that's why you see this hand drawn here on the back here. But See Me at the Con is the theme for this shirt. And actually, if Rocco has drawn your image at any point over the past couple of years, it's a good possibility that you may appear on one of these shirts. It's sort of like a series that we want to do. So this is the first one. Another quick look at the front of the shirt. You got Sentry on the left, on the far left with the Sentry shirt. Shartimus right above him with the big time letdown Spider-Man in his hand. To the right of Shartimus, you got Junior, GRA Nightmare. You got my man Dave BX right to the right of GRA Nightmare, right above him. You got my man Ty Star. He's the person that has designed pretty much all of the ACBA stuff. Aside from this, right next to him, my man G, Big G. And to the right of him, you got Chedder. To the right of Chedder, you got Billy Mahoney. Right below Billy Mahoney on the right, you got Solid. To the left of Solid, you got my man David Walton. You got me right there next to David Walton with the nice hat. To the left of me, you got my man Ja, who has appeared in Main Course many times. I've been over his house many times. You see me hanging out with quite a few of these people on this tee at his house. And to the left of him, you got Pharaoh. Right below Pharaoh, you got my man Light with the shades on. And if you look closely, you can see he's got the Los Pollos shirt from Breaking Bad, because everybody always says he looks like Gus Fring. And to the right of him, you got Slings of Web. And to the left of my man Light, you got my man Michael Sanchez. You got Craig Burton with the camera below Mike. You got my man Mervin right next to Craig. They arm in arm. You got Nando to the right of Mervin. You got Ash to the right of Nando. You got my man Dom to the right of Ash. You got Al Figures right next to Dom. So very, very cool. And like I said, Rocco's there. Oh, and right next to Rocco, you got my man Swift right there with his signature pose. And again, I think this shirt is just amazing. And it just, it's just cool to see a lot of the community players on this shirt. And again, we're going to be doing more variations of this with other people from the community that have had their image drawn by Rocco. But let's get into the other tees. This True Run tee is another tee that's available right now for pre-order. This was put out many months ago in extremely limited quantities, and not too many people will grab this up. And we decided to do this again. This is a term that we use in the collecting community all the time. That was birthed out of the ACBA community, where people say true run. You're going on a true run, going on your toy run to different stores and stuff, and you go on a true run. So it's just kind of playing along the theme that we trying to do a lot of collector-based themed merchandise and things that cater to the collecting community and the displaying community, the ACBA community. So we thought this was a cool tee. So that's the front. It comes in black and white. And there's a look at the back of the shirt. I saw somebody make a comment about the True Run tee and said they wish that the ACBA logo was on there. I forgot where I saw that, and I forgot to respond to the person, but it does have the ACBA logo on the back collar. So you have the True Run image on the front and the ACBA logo on the back. So I think that's pretty cool. We finally got this shirt out as well, the Bump t-shirt. This is a term that you see on many boards, many message boards and forums and stuff like that. When somebody's trying to bring an older post back to the top of the board, then they will type in bump and bump it to the top. Or sometimes people will use the characters on the keypad to make the shark symbol. And so we decided to use this as another collector themed t-shirt here. The Bump t-shirt is available for pre-order right now, and I really like this shirt as well. I think this one came out nice. The ACBA logo is featured on the back of this one as well. And then we also have this tee, which is another limited edition t-shirt. This is the Ultra Magnus colorway. Similar to how we did the Agent Venom tee towards the end of 2014. We're doing the Ultra Magnus, which was just released recently. People are starting to get their orders of their Ultra Magnus figure, so we thought this would be cool. And hopefully it gets pretty much the same response that the Agent Venom tee got. We got a really nice amount of orders with that, so thank you to everybody that ordered that. And I think this one is really nice too, with the blue and the silver and the red. We're going to do these different colorways based on different things that are releasing or different things that are happening throughout the year. And we're also going to be doing some colorways that will match some of the sneakers that are coming out, different Jordans and Air Max and things like that as well. So, and there's a quick pick of the Ultra Magnus figure. This is a pick from my man CJ, who was 2014's ACBA World Champion. You can see how massive this figure is. It's towering over the Optimus Prime right here. And I think we did a good job of capturing the colors for this. And I think it's going to be a pretty hot item as far as the tee goes, and obviously as far as the figure goes as well. So the ACBA merchandise site is located at shop.articulatedcomicbookart.com. All 4 of these tees are available for pre-order right now. The link will be in the description to visit the site. You pre-order any t-shirt right now and you get 50% off a classic ACBA tee, which is the regular ACBA logo and color. And you can get that on a white shirt or a gray shirt. I think we might be offering it on black too. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, pre-orders are going to be up until the 1st of February. And then everything should be shipping the second week in February. So get them while you can. Again, all of this stuff is limited edition, especially the See Me at the Con tee and the Ultra Magnus tee. So thank you to anybody who has bought t-shirts in the past and who continues to support the movement. And get out there, get yourself a tee. All right, moving along. Shout out to my man Aaron Williams, who was the January 2015 Diostructure featured architect, or the architect of the month, the artist of the month over there in Diostructure. Again, I'm always telling you about Diostructure and telling people to come out and join. And if you want to learn how to build your own custom props and accessories and dioramas, then you should definitely join this group. And Aaron Williams put together a very, very nice Michael Myers house here. I guess I'll link it in the underbar so you can actually see it and scroll through some of his picks. But this was an amazing piece, and he definitely deserved Artist of the Month for January. So congratulations once again to him. Shout out to my man Raphael for making the ACBA Sunday special on Instagram. Instagram has been the ACBA Instagram has been gaining a lot of momentum. We almost had 1,000 followers there. We're trying to really build up that account. We got some really unique things planned for that account. I don't want to give away too much yet, but this was a really nice simple shot that got a lot of likes in the ACBA Facebook group. We got the Marvel Legends Galactus, which has always had a really nice, well-detailed head sculpt, holding a little miniature globe there, and it's just a really nice, clean, simple shot. The Figuarts Mark 43 Iron Man is up for pre-order right now on Big Bad Toy Store. It looks like it's the same mold as the Mark 42 with just a different color scheme. Personally, I passed on the Mark 42. I just really hated Iron Man 3. But this is interesting because it looks like Figuarts is going to be doing the Avengers based on the upcoming Avengers 2 movie. So while Figma is going to be finishing off the Avengers and their looks according to the first movie, it looks like Figuarts is going to be doing it according to this upcoming movie, Avengers #2. At least that's how I see it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that kind of makes it where it's not really too much of a conflict of interest there. You could still complete your first team with Figma and then move on and do your thing with Figuarts. Personally, I think the Figuarts team is going to probably end up being better no matter what, but I guess we have to wait and see. I'm really interested to see how Figuarts is gonna do the team, and it would be amazing if they were to do an Ultron as well. And speaking of Ultron, Hot Toys put up some teaser images of Ultron. So you already know this is going to be out of this world. And I don't have an image, but they actually teased a bunch of other Hot Toys that they're going to be doing from Avengers 2. I mean, I guess that's not really any surprise. We already know that's what Hot Toys does. They make amazing movie figures. Not really my cup of tea, but I can still recognize that Hot Toys makes some amazing, beautifully done figures, and I'm really interested to see how this Ultron is going to come out, and the rest of the figures from the wave too. It seems like they announced Vision and quite a few other people. So you already know they're going to do an Iron Man. They teased the Hulkbuster a couple of months ago as well, so this is probably going to be out of this world. And while we're on the subject of Marvel movies, the Ant-Man trailer went up about a week ago, and it was okay. It was interesting. The trailer didn't wow me, but I still do think this movie is going to be a sleeper hit. I think it's going to actually be a really good movie. They got a good cast, and then this popped up on the net. Looks like we're going to be getting an Avengers Ant-Man wave for Marvel Legends. The price is $19.99 there, so that must be a 6-inch figure. So that's interesting to see how that's going to pan out. Looks like we're going to be getting a lot of Legends in 2015. We got quite a few in 2014. I believe I saw one of my mans say that we got like 40 something Legends in 2014. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but it looks like we're going to be getting just as many, if not more, in 2015. So this is interesting. And while we're talking about Legends, Toys R Us actually put up the Odin / King Thor wave. You can see some of the figures here. This was just a screen cap from their site, but you can see Hawkeye and Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, and Iron Fist, and below that, which is off screen, they had the other characters from the wave, but Toys R Us was selling them at $20 each. And you know that you need to get doubles of the Hawkeye, which comes with the body, and you need to get doubles of the whoever comes with the arms. I can't remember, and doubles of one more person. You got to get doubles of Hawkeye, Iron Fist, and I can't even remember right now. But I actually ended up pre-ordering one of each figure from Toys R Us, and then I saw that another site actually had a case of 8 for just I think $6 more than what I was paying at Toys R Us, and that'll get me closer to actually completing both baths just for another $6. So I canceled my order with Toys R Us and went to this other site, and I'm not saying what the other site is because I'm not getting anything out of it, but you can talk to me offline, I guess. But yeah, I ended up canceling the Toys R Us order, but it is up for pre-order now. The Mezco Toys 1/12 scale Judge Dredd figure went up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. The link for that will be in the description. If you don't know, 1/12 scale is 6-inch scale. This is a 6-inch scale Mezco figure. I got an opportunity to see this figure up close at New York Comic Con, and it is really, really nice. I really like the head sculpt and the look of the figure, and I'm thinking about getting this figure. It's just a thing about these type of purchases is that there's no guarantee that you're going to really get a supporting cast or any other figures to display him with. I do think that they may be doing a Judge Death. I'm not 100% sure on that. But again, this figure looked amazing when I saw it at New York Comic Con. The Figuarts Darth Vader went up for pre-order, and this one looks nice. Looks way better than a Revoltech figure. Is it going to be better than Hasbro's figure? As far as the paint goes, I'm sure it will be. Or I still think the Hasbro figure is nice, but that Revoltech one was just trash, man. And my man NcurableKollector had did like a little impromptu review of the Revoltech one, and man, I'm so happy that I didn't even put down any money for that figure. He just looked real like skinny, and just we already expected it to expected those revolver joints, but I just really didn't like the mechanics or the look of that figure. And this one here looks much better. And a link to pre-order this will be in the description below. But this was cool too. The Figuarts Vader is going to come with this little backdrop here, which looks like a portion of the Death Star where they can look out into space, and it looks like the backdrop that Vader and Luke fought in front of, and the Emperor was sitting right there at that point in the Death Star. So this might be cool. I mean, honestly, it's going to be worth the purchase just for the figure, but this is a nice little added bonus, no question. Speaking of my man NcurableKollector, he's been putting out some quite a few videos over the past week or so, getting his mojo back after the tournament. If you don't know, he was 2014's third place winner in the ACBA World Tournament, so you know he knows how to display. You know he knows his figures, knows what he's talking about. He put out a little quick video on this rocket launcher effect here that does not come with this Joker, and this is the Figuarts Joker too, by the way. But it's basically like a little series that he's going to do that highlights different props and accessories and different things that you may not be aware of where they originate from. And I thought this was a cool little video. And he also put out a nice little look at the Unleashed Doomsday figure, the DCUC figure that has finally begun to ship after almost 2 months or over 2 months of waiting and delays. A lot of people are starting to get ship notifications, so he put up a video with this, a quick little setup, and you can see the cutouts as the backdrop there. This was a nice little quick setup that looked really, really good. Big shout out to my man Pancho Joshi, who I really hope I'm pronouncing this right again. I said this the last time, but he's been doing this thing on the YouTube front as well. And he put out an episode of Posing Ain't Easy, episode 1. He's done quite a few videos over the past week as well. This video right here was really, really cool. I would definitely recommend that you check it out. He's doing what he's coining as a Photoshopless effect, and it's a very cool way of adding some effects into your pictures. Obviously, what he's doing here is only going to work for a picture. It's not going to work for traditional ACBA as far as a video goes, but it is a very unique and clever technique, and a lot of people have been pretty impressed by this. And I would definitely recommend that you check this out. Check out the episode. It will be linked in the underbar along with NcurableKollector's videos. That'll be linked in the underbar. I mean, there's so many people coming out and doing their own vlogs as far as displaying and ACBA goes, and I am very happy to be a part of this whole entire movement and this whole wave. And like I always say, reviews of figures are cool, but that's not the type of video that I prefer. More than anything, I prefer this type of stuff, displaying, showing you what the figure can really do over a traditional straight up review. You know, there are some reviewers that I watch that I think are great at what they do, but these are the type of videos that really, really matter to me personally. But yeah, check this out. And there's a little seaside, and I don't want to give it away, but you got to check it out. You got to check out the video. He showed pictures of the camera just so you could see that it wasn't a photoshopped effect, and that, you know, he was taking a picture of it. But to see how it was done, you need to really check out the video. Craig Warwick just put out a video recently. This was 2013's ACBA World Champion, and he did a series where he was showing, he's a part of this Secret Santa project on the Foosh every year, and it's made up of customizers. So customizers will put out a list of potential things that they would want as a gift for Secret Santa, totally custom design. So some things that they would like to see added to their collection that's a custom, and they basically swap like that. So you would get a custom and you would give a custom. And he showed the process of him making his custom that he was going to send to somebody else, which was a Teenage Mutant Ninja NECA styled shredder, which came out amazing. And I guess I'll link that video too. And then he recently just put up the video of what he received from his list. So he had a list of things, and one of the things on his list was the plant from Little Shop of Horrors. You know, Feed Me Seymour. You might have to be in your early 30s or 40s to remember this, but this was an amazing custom here. This was one of the most unique customs that I ever seen. I mean, this thing looks amazing. You should definitely check out this video. I thought this was really dope and unique, and just, it was different. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a humanoid custom. So this was just dope. You got to check this out. Shout out to my man Al Chang. Put up a nice little picture a day or so ago with Punisher versus Captain America, or when Captain America pretty much just put the beats on Punisher and he wouldn't fight back during the Civil War. I thought this was one of the best sequences and one of the best scenes out of Civil War, and I really like this little display that he put together. I mean, it's basically panels, actual comic panels mixed in with just that one punch from Cap delivering the punch to to Punisher here. I'm sorry, but I thought this was a nice little picture that he put together. Got a lot of attention in the group. Shout out to my man Matt Goldberg, who's been holding it down for a minute, for a long while, with the wrestling figures and with pictures of wrestling. And there's quite a few cats in the group that are doing their thing with the wrestling figures and bringing that to ACBA. And I think I mentioned these guys in some other episode. But Matt Goldberg, Mike Amsberg, Bob Joint, Kirby Pags, couple of different people really doing their thing with the wrestling figures. But Matt Goldberg has a series called Wrestling Figure Wednesdays, which is basically just reviews. I mean, he does put it out on Wednesdays, but on the other days, when I link it to the fan page, I just put the name of the review or what have you, rather than putting Wrestling Figure Wednesday every day. But he recently reviewed this Hulk Hogan figure, which is a really nice figure. The WWE Elite line, or the Hall of Fame line, is putting out a lot of very nice figures of some classic wrestlers. And if you are an 80s baby and you remember the best era of wrestling during this time, in my opinion, then some of these figures are must-owns for you just for nostalgia. And this Hogan is a really nice figure. It's already going for a lot of money on the secondary market. This one's going to be hard to find at retail, no question. The Super Saiyan Goku is back up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. This was one that a lot of people were waiting to get on a re-release, so now is your opportunity. The link for that will be in the description. The Tamashii Flame effects in red and in blue are back up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. They had sold out some time ago, and now they're back up, so they'll be coming back around. Obviously, this was a hit in 2014. Tamashii did some really, really nice things in terms of effects and different things to accent your displays, and I'm sure they will continue to do their thing in 2015. They got that explosion effect coming up in February, I believe. So that should be pretty interesting. And also in February 2015, the International Toy Fair is every February. ACBA will be there. I'll be there representing ACBA. We have press for the event. Pretty sure my man Shardamus is going to be there. I guess he'll be there reporting for Marvelous News, though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's going to be there on his own accord. I think he'll be with Marvelous News. But he's supposed to actually come and crash at my crib on a Friday before that, I believe. So it should be pretty interesting. Footage for main course and some footage from the toy fair, and I guess we'll get to see what's coming up in this year for all of the companies. So some really interesting things normally happen around toy fair. A lot of things come out, and I'm looking forward to see what the companies are going to announce. This gold version of Bumblebee is going to be coming out. The link for that will be in the description. He's going to actually come with the jetpack, and you can see the interchangeable face or head sculpts here, and it looks good. And man, these third-party Transformers companies are really killing it, man. So it looks like this Warpath figure is going to be coming out from this company, and it looks pretty damn good. I got to see some images of it side by side with some other MPs and stuff, and it's a massive figure. It's a big figure, and it looks like the transformation here is great. The robot mode looks good. I'll show you the tank mode real quick. So that looks real neat. It looks very compact, and it looks good, man. I mean, like I said, these third-party companies with the Transformers really did their thing in 2014. And another surprise group that I talked about too was the Chinese with the knockoffs of everything, yeah, and especially these knockoff Transformers that came out. And I talked about this too. I got a couple on the way. I got a smoke screen and a side swipe, and they look great, man. The next big thing is going to be knockoffs of the third-party ones. So that's going to be some real Inception shit right there. But yeah, this looks good. There was recently a rumor online that the Batman versus Superman movie was going to be broken down into two movies, with the first part coming out in 2015, similar to what Avengers are going to do. But recently, it was revealed that that was just a rumor, and the dude here who's playing Superman, Henry, whatever his name is basically said that that was not true. We've been hearing a lot of speculation about this movie, a lot of this, a lot of that. I really, really hope that DC puts out a solid movie here, because Marvel looks like they have their shit together. So I hope DC can really step up to the plate with this movie and knock it out the park. And it looks like the Flash and Arrow are going to have an annual crossover event with their shows each year. This one that they just did turned out pretty damn good. I thought it was really nicely done. I think both shows are really cool. And I think DC has done well with the two of these shows. And in more DC news, it's been confirmed that Viola Davis is going to play Amanda Waller in the upcoming Suicide Squad film. I believe it was my man David Walton who said it would have been cool to see Oprah and to get really like a premier person in that role, since they've been rumored to have Will Smith, and like I think that would have been amazing. But it seems like I still think this is a good choice too, and I think the Suicide Squad is going to be an interesting movie. It was a dope animated flick that they put out recently. I think it's a good story concept. It's basically like Marvel's Thunderbolts, as far as the concept of criminals being used to, fight crime or do good. So I think it could be interesting. Again, we got to see DC show and prove, but two good movies in a row. The Superman movie was good, but we got to see them come with something else, because before that, Green Lantern was just awful. I keep seeing this image pop up on the net all over the place, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, and I really don't know if this is a custom design or if this is some mass-produced release that's coming out. There is a website like LJ Hobby Collectibles or something like that. I can't really see it here at the bottom, but I did see a website where you could actually scroll through some pictures and stuff, but I still was unsure of whether or not this was going to be an official release. A lot of it was in Japanese on the site, so I really don't know. But this thing looks amazing. I guess I'll link the site so you can scroll through the pictures and look at it. The crane comes out. The crane has articulation. Obviously, the exosuit has articulation as well. It just looks amazing. It's a really nice looking figure. I've been working on a lot of little side videos. I put out a video almost every day last week. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm still working on main course, so you can definitely look out for that in the next couple of weeks. I've still been shooting footage for main course. I got a lot of stuff that I've been getting in the mail, and trying to do a lot of displaying in 2015. So definitely stay tuned for main course, but check out all the other things that I have to offer on the channel as well.